Have you ever thought about opening your own mobile cart or kiosk business? Maybe the facility you manage could establish new revenue by adding coffee, food, or retail services. Cart King International can be the answer to your needs. Cart King is a North American designer and manufacturer of the finest mobile coffee, food, and retail carts and kiosks. Cart King has been working with clients and corporations across North America for 20 years, providing innovative designs, custom manufacturing, and timely delivery. Carts and kiosks are fun, and so are the dozens of designs on our website. Please visit us today at www.cart-king.com or just call us at 1-877-986-7771 and get your sales rolling.
If you find yourself in need of legal representation, it can be a very stressful time in your life. In my career, I have dealt with thousands of lawyers, I've dealt with thousands of law firms, and I can confidently recommend to you Keith M. Davidson at kmdlaw.com. Available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just log into kmdlaw.com. That's kmdlaw.com. Or you can call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. That's 833-4KMD-LAW. Personal injury, wrongful death, STDs, sexual assault, car accidents. They handle it all efficiently and professionally. It doesn't matter how imposing the opposition may be, because the team at kmdlaw.com are battle-tested and fierce. They will not stop until justice prevails. Go to kmdlaw.com or call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. If you're in for the fight of your life, stop screwing around and contact KMD Law. PureSoapFlakes.com, 218-568-2525. Have you ever heard of Castile Soap? Pure Soap Flake Company handcrafts fine soap bars, laundry powder, and concentrated soap flakes using organic vegetable oils from their northern Minnesota facility. Bathe your body and wash your clothes with Pure Soap products that are free of fragrance, GMOs, palm oil, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic additives. Keep it clean, folks. Pure Soap Flake Company products are kind to living creatures and sensitive skin, safe for drains and waterways, and work great in high-efficiency washers and top and front-loading machines. They have a little promotion going on. Contact them to order some soap. Mention the Opperman Report. You're going to get a free gift. They're going to send a little extra soap, travel size, soap bars and laundry soap, cleaning soap flakes. I've been using that stuff all day long today. Great stuff. Order today at puresoapflakes.com or give them a call, 218-568-2525, 218-568-2525. Pure Soap Flake Company is a proud member of the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetic Guild. The Opperman Report is brought to you by Aquadam.net. You can give them a call at 707-764-2119. A flooded home is never easy to deal with. You're left with the mess to clean up, the insurance companies to deal with, and not to mention all the memories, the precious memories that are lost in the flood. You can never replace those. And Aquadam can be a tool in your arsenal to protect your home and property from the floodwaters. The cofferdam is filled with water to control water and is reusable as long as it's taken care of. It can protect your home or business from rising floodwaters like a dam, but without the beavers. It can also be used in construction. If you need an area to be dewatered, an Aquadam can do the job. An Aquadam was used at SeaWorld in Orlando for the Mako roller coaster ride during the coaster's construction by dewatering the work area. An Aquadam is now dewatering the work area at San Antonio SeaWorld for their newest roller coaster ride. An Aquadam has been used in many construction projects all around the U.S. and all around the world. Now give Aquadam a call, 707-764-2119. You can look them up online at aquadam.net. You can find them on Facebook at Aquadam Inc. You call them up, you email them, you tell them Ed Opperman sent you, and they're going to take 10% off the price. Aquadam.net, 707-764-2119.
It's the Opperman Report. Join digital forensic investigator and PI Ed Opperman for an in-depth discussion of conspiracy theories, strategy of New World Order resistance, high-profile court cases in the news, and interviews with expert guests and authors on these topics and more. It's the Opperman Report. And now, here is investigator Ed Opperman.
Okay, welcome to the Opperman Report. I'm your host, private investigator Ed Opperman, coming to you from the Aquadam.net studios down here in Bradenton, Florida. If you want to check me out, and go to Opperman Investigations and Digital Forensic Consulting through my website, emailrevealer.com. We have our members section at OppermanReports.com. You can go there, sign up, become a member, help support the show. But our archives are always free. You go to Spreaker.com and check out our archives. Get an email notification anytime there's a new content goes up. or there's a chat room there too as well at Spreaker.com. Fascinating guest today. Okay, I'm like almost like starstruck. Okay, I'm fanboying here. Beth Stolarczyk. Am I pronouncing that right, Beth?
Stolarczyk.
Stolarczyk. Okay.
Yeah.
From The Real World, Season 2, Los Angeles, right?
That's correct.
Oh,
How
Beth,
are you?
thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm a big fan. Tell the audience about yourself. Who is Beth Stolarczyk?
Well, I'm married now. I have 2 kids. I've got a 11-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old son. And I am the CEO of a beauty brand called Illusion Lashes Beverly Hills. They're strip lashes that give the illusion of an eye lift. So that's pretty fun. That's what I'm doing. Although I'm not doing much of that right now because I'm doing homeschooling right now for my kids. So it's kind of hard to juggle work and run a business, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I hear you.
Very crazy times right now.
Now, how does that work, the illusion? What do you do?
So basically, I didn't want to get plastic surgery because number one, even if you go to the best person, they could totally screw up your face for the rest of your life. And I didn't want to do that. And it's a lot of money. It's so risky. So just from getting my makeup done from celebrity makeup artists and watching how they would put lashes on my eyes to camouflage my hooded eye, I got a strip lash made that literally does that, camouflages my hooded eye. So I put them on and I look like I've had an eye lift. It's hilarious. I will put them on and people will ask me, what did I do to my face? Because it's such a dramatic change. And I never, ever want to get an eye lift. And I just put these on with some glue. And in 5 minutes, I look amazing.
You know, Beth,
and I don't like wearing a lot of makeup either.
I got to tell you something.
I hate wearing makeup. Yeah.
Before you get plastic surgery, you should get brain surgery, okay? Because if you think you need plastic surgery, you're crazy. People got to check out. Go to her Facebook page. This girl is beautiful, okay? Beautiful.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I was at Sunday dinner yesterday with my sister, and I says, hey, look at I'm talking to Beth tomorrow from The Real World. I says, look at the picture. And she said to tell you, you're beautiful. You have plastic surgery.
Thank you. It's the eyelashes.
It is. Then it works. We know it works. Illusion lashes.
EYELUSION. It's an illusion, but an illusion. Illusion Lashes Beverly Hills.
Yeah, no.
I'm on Instagram.
No one can spell
Facebook.
that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Instagram at Beth's Real World. And also on Facebook. So you can totally catch me there. Hey, you know what I wanted to tell you? Did you know that my mother, well, you watch the Real World, so you know my mother
Polish
is the
voice
Polish
of Cleveland. Yes, I do know that.
And she's still on the radio.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
I remember that episode. Your mother was the Polish voice of Cleveland. That's right.
Yeah, she's still doing her shows. She's got 2 shows that she does every Sunday. She's still doing it.
And what's her
it's
show
amazing. Well, she interviews a lot of famous Polish celebrities, Polish artists. She also, before COVID, she would bring in some musical acts from Poland and, like concerts, Polish concerts that she would manage. She also has a Polish store where she sells a lot of Polish goods to people in Cleveland. So, yeah.
I guess she's Polish, right?
She's busy. She's Polish. She's Polish.
So, Beth, now, how did you get on The Real World? Did you watch the first season before you went on?
I watched the first season of The Real World, and I had the biggest crush on Eric Nies. I was like, oh, my God, I want to meet Eric Nies. He's so hot. How can I meet him? And so that's what kind of put it into motion. Like, I got to try out for this show. It looks really cool.
Now, were you doing? Oh, go ahead.
I was out here working for Guns N' Roses. I was in Los Angeles, and I was Axl's personal assistant on a bunch of their music videos. November Rain and Don't Cry, and I don't know. There's one other one, the trilogy videos, and I would do my application on the set while we were waiting for Axel because he was always late. And that's how I got on the show.
Now, how about this? The other cast members, right? Where are they now?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other cast members, where are they now?
Well, John does ministry work, and I think he lives in Kentucky, and Irene lives in Orange County. We've got together a few times. I got together with Dominic. Gosh, it must be like 2 years already. I haven't seen him in 2 years. That was really nice because that was the first time I've seen him since the show, and we didn't exactly leave on great terms, but now we get along really great. So, I've never seen Aaron. I've tried to reach out. We actually have a couple mutual friends. Small world in the real world.
Yeah.
But he hasn't. I don't know. He's not reaching out. I think he doesn't want anything to do with the real world. And Tammy, I don't talk to at all. I don't know what's happening with her. I don't know what husband number she's on or anything like that. And who else is left? I see Beth Anthony on Facebook and Glenn. And David Edwards, I haven't seen him since we've done a challenge together. A long, long time ago, 20 years ago, maybe. But, I think it would be fun to put together a reunion.
Yeah, didn't you produce something like a wedding or something like that, a video?
No, Norman did that.
Okay.
Norman did a wedding movie, and he cast some people from the real world in it. I was not a part of that. At the same time, I sold a horror movie that I wanted to make that never got made. And yeah.
Now, with David, right? When you saw him again after, his exit from the house, right? How did that go? The first time you ran into him after he got kicked out.
Well, look, I don't think he's very happy about the situation. I mean, quite honestly, maybe we might have done him a favor. I don't know. But I don't know. I hope he's happy and well wherever he is, and I hope he is still not upset about that whole situation. I mean, look, it was a weird, crazy situation that we had cameras on us 24/7, and we were living with a guy that we were all fighting with, and he choked John on the second or third day when we were there.
Oh,
I think
really?
they showed that.
No,
yeah.
I don't think they showed that.
No, I think they did.
Really?
When he was flipped him over the chair and was choking him. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy. Anyway.
Well, do you think if that happened today on a reality TV set that they would have called the cops?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole new world, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
It was it was a scary situation. We were not all the best communicators either. I was not the best communicator.
How much of the show is scripted?
How much of the show is scripted?
Yeah, when you were on it.
They kind of steer you in certain directions. I wouldn't say that they give you lines, but they definitely steer you in the interviews and give you ideas on some things to say. And say, they'll say things like, well, so-and-so said this about you. What do you think about that? And it's like, what? So-and-so said that about me? Kind of things like that.
Yeah, that confessional part, that goes on for hours and hours, right?
Yes, the confessional part does. And it's the same thing in the challenge shows, too.
Yeah, the challenge shows. Do you do those? Did you do those? How many of those did you do?
Oh, I did a lot of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah, you got to watch those.
Are they still on?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can watch them on Pluto TV. Somebody told me that Pluto TV has all the real world and the challenge shows.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you got to watch that. If you like the real world, you got to watch the old challenge shows. They're crazy. I mean, they're nothing like they are today.
Yeah, maybe the
They're
old ones.
crazy.
Yeah, because
the old ones.
Yeah, the
new
current
ones
stuff,
I can't even.
Yeah.
I can't honestly, like, I can't even watch. I don't even know who these people are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really get into it.
Yeah, it seems like in the first couple of years, in the first few years, they cast people that really had, some quality, they were interesting people, And now they're just like good-looking frat boys and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they want to be like the Bachelorette, the Bachelor and the Bachelorette.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
They intentionally want people to like hook up but I never hooked up with anybody.
But you did have a boyfriend come visit you.
I did have a couple boyfriends come visit me. Yes,
Okay.
I did. But I didn't date people from the show, and on the challenges, I never hooked up with anybody.
Yeah, that's wise. Yeah. Now, what about when you're living there in the house? Did they stock the fridge for you?
Oh yeah, they stock the fridge. They give you money for booze, all that. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like they do. Now, what about that hike? You went on that big hike, right? Was that as it seems to be like a real nightmare? Was that as bad in real life as they portrayed it on the show?
You know what? I'll never ever do that. My husband did not believe that I ever did that, and then I found like an old picture. I posted it on Instagram a few weeks ago. My mom's house burnt down, and so I was going through all this stuff.
Right.
And I found this old picture, and I was like, "There's me and Joshua Tree." And I have the certificate and everything, which is so funny. And I have the certificates from like the other cast members for whatever reason. I'm like, how come I have their certificates too? I have to contact them and give them their certificates.
Well, you were probably supposed to give it to them at the time. So
I know.
You left with it.
But
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I have these? I found like an envelope, and all our certificates are in it.
Was there anything that happened during the season that you wished made it to on air?
There was a lot of fighting, but there were also were also a lot of moments where we were just having fun together. But I think in TV that maybe that's not interesting to people, but I mean, I don't know. We definitely did have some fun on that show, living together as well, but look, we were all purposely on that show because they were picking people that they didn't want to get along. One of the main things I said, I love music. I'm like super into music. Like music is a huge part of my life, and I can't stand country music. And they kept asking me, why don't you like country music? What is it about country music you don't like? So I think that's one of the reasons why they picked me.
Thinking that you would fight with John.
Yeah, thinking that I would fight with John. And John and I never fought. And John is a sweetheart. And I love listening to him singing. Talk about somebody who should have like a country music career. It should be John Brennan. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it is interesting with these reality TV shows like Real Housewives, how and now it's like all just fighting, like it's just constantly arguing and fighting back and forth. When if you look, it's more interesting to get to know these people in their lives and what they're doing, rather than the constant conflict. The quality of the real world has gone down so badly. Why do you think that is?
Look, these are production decisions. I don't have anything to do with it, but yeah, I mean, I don't quite understand that. You would think that they would want to show a nice kind of a balance, but a lot of it is forced. I mean, I love watching The Real Housewives.
Yeah.
I love Beverly Hills and I love New York, but even those two seasons is still, you could tell that they're pushing certain things and like, oh, okay, now we have to talk about this. A lot of it does look contrived. But yeah, it's entertainment, Ed.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that the first two seasons, were gold, and even a couple after that too. I guess I stopped watching after Las Vegas. I gave up, but because it just was more of the same monotonous stuff going on, this arguing and drinking, and guys who shave their arms and stuff. Guys shave all their hair off their arms and their legs and stuff, Now, Did you try and go? What did you do after you left the season?
After I left the season, I worked in casting for a while, and then I decided I wanted to be kind of my own boss. And so I got a position working for David Duchovny's brother, Danny Duchovny, at his production company. And I started managing reality TV stars. And I started producing my own projects. I found investors and I started producing calendars back when people used to buy calendars that they would hang on their wall and buy in the record stores. I produced calendars of the sexiest women of reality TV and the sexiest men of reality TV. And I would hire people from the real world, from Survivor, from American Idol. And that was a lot of fun. And I did that up until I got married. And I would also do the challenge shows. And then after I got married, I invented a cupcake maker. And I sold that to one of the largest infomercial companies. And then now I'm doing my eyelashes.
I tell you really
to make a long story short. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing. But I mean, look, I love having kids, and I always put my kids first before anything I do. Now I'm enjoying being a mom, but I am interested in possibly doing some kind of reunion soon. I think it's time. I think it would be good closure for all of us, and I think that people out there would really appreciate it as well.
Who were some of your clients that you were managing?
I managed a lot of people from the real world. I was getting them in a lot of national commercials through the production company. Cyrus and Ruthie, Nathan from Real World Seattle, Flora from Real World Miami. I actually put together a big deal with Playboy because Flora really wanted to be in Playboy. And then I set up a meeting and took her over to Playboy, and they were like, well, we want you to do it too. And I was like, holy shit. And then I ended up doing that, but like that was not something I ever wanted to do in my life. So
you were in Playboy?
Yeah.
Okay.
With Flora and Veronica, who hates me, and Hisela. She's from Road Rules. And yeah, we did it together, and yeah. That was interesting.
which one is Veronica? From what season?
She's on from Road Rules, okay. And I've done a bunch of challenges with her, and she can't stand me. Really? Gives me hell.
And yeah, Ruthie's the one from, Ruthie is the one from Hawaii, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How's she doing? Is she?
You know, I haven't. The last time I saw her was when we did Andy Cohen's talk show.
Oh.
Whenever that was 5 or 6 years ago. Gosh, it was such a long time ago. It feels like yesterday. But it was a long time ago.
Let me ask you. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me ask you this. When people meet you in the street and stuff like that, what's the biggest misconception people have about Beth Stolarczyk?
The biggest misconception?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's funny that people think that I'm a villain, which is really funny. I just kind of stick up for myself. But yeah, that's probably what I would say is the biggest misconception. I mean, if you watch the challenge shows, I'm not really starting fights with people. They're just kind of trying to start fights with me and back me in a corner. And of course, when somebody's going to back me in a corner, I'm going to push back and they're not going to win. But I would never, ever go after somebody first.
You sound ruthless. Listen to this.
I would never. I don't attack people first, but if somebody comes after me, they're not going to win.
Okay. Now, now on those reunions and the challenges and stuff like that, who did you meet? Then you knew them, and then years later, who had like the biggest ego growth in their life? You know what I mean? Like who exploded into an egomaniac?
I would say a lot of people. I don't know if I want to single people out, but I mean, look, we're all characters. We're all, we all have very strong personalities, and we're all very quirky in our own sweet way. Speaking of that, I have when I used to make my calendars, I filmed everything that happened. So I have all this video of just all these funny things that happened while I was producing these calendars with all these reality stars. I should actually put some of those videos together and put them out there for people to watch. That might be something fun I could do.
Yeah, at the very least.
I've got hundreds of hours of videos. I did put some videos together that were on In Demand and Direct TV, but those were of just the sexiest women of reality TV. And I mean, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at that, but I mean, that stuff is funny. I think I have video too when we did a reunion a long time ago, maybe in 1999, MTV did a reunion, and a lot of us were pissed off, and we went on strike. We had a petition, and we had a bunch of meetings at my house, and we videotaped everything. I have that too. That I haven't looked at that. That was 20 years ago. That kind of might be fun to watch as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, do you feel like you were exploited?
Of course we were exploited. But you know what? Everybody who didn't want to be on MTV back then. Everybody wanted to be on MTV. I thought MTV was the greatest thing in the world. And I mean, I definitely don't regret it. I didn't do anything too stupid, so I'm kind of okay with it. Maybe when my kids get older, I'll let them watch it.
Oh, no, they haven't seen it?
Not really, no. I mean, I let them see my interview on Watch What Happens Live, and I've shown them some pictures, but I've never let them watch the show yet.
Yeah, I bet Andy Cohen was a big fan of The Real World.
I love Andy Cohen.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Andy Cohen.
All right, let's take a little commercial break here. We are talking to Beth Stolarczyk, who was Beth on The Real World, Season 2 L.A. You can check her out at the Illusion Lash Beverly Hills.
IllusionLashesBeverlyHills.com.
Okay. .com, and it's on Facebook too, right?
Mm-hmm, and Instagram.
We'll be right back after these messages with more of Beth Stolarczyk from Real World, Season 2, Los Angeles. And now a word from our sponsors. If you find yourself in need of legal representation, it can be a very stressful time in your life. In my career, I have dealt with thousands of lawyers, I've dealt with thousands of law firms, and I can confidently recommend to you Keith M. Davidson at kmdlaw.com. Available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just log into kmdlaw.com. That's kmdlaw.com. Or you can call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. That's 833-4KMD-LAW. Personal injury, wrongful death, STDs, sexual assault, car accidents. They handle it all efficiently and professionally. It doesn't matter how imposing the opposition may be, because the team at kmdlaw.com are battle-tested and fierce. They will not stop until justice prevails. Go to kmdlaw.com or call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. If you're in for the fight of your life, stop screwing around and contact KMD Law.
Are you ready to change your life, but don't know how to start? Is your stress and worries keeping you awake at night? Have you been battling grief, anxiety, or depression all alone? Have you lost touch with your own sense of being or spirituality? Soul Free Therapies offers professional and affordable live video streaming counseling and coaching services from the comfort of your own home. Sessions offered in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. Go to our website at www.soul-free.com and book your first session today.
The Opperman Report is brought to you by Aquadam.net. You can give them a call at 707-764-2119. A flooded home is never easy to deal with. You're left with the mess to clean up, the insurance companies to deal with, and not to mention all the memories, the precious memories that are lost in the flood. You can never replace those. And Aquadam can be a tool in your arsenal to protect your home and property from the floodwaters. The cofferdam is filled with water to control water and is reusable as long as it's taken care of. It can protect your home or business from rising floodwaters like a dam, but without the beavers. It can also be used in construction. If you need an area to be dewatered, an Aquadam can do the job. An Aquadam was used at SeaWorld in Orlando for the Mako roller coaster ride during the coaster's construction by dewatering the work area. An Aquadam is now dewatering the work area at San Antonio SeaWorld for their newest roller coaster ride. An Aquadam has been used in many construction projects all around the U.S. and all around the world. Now give Aquadam a call, 707-764-2119. You can look them up online at aquadam.net. You can find them on Facebook at Aquadam Inc. You call them up, you email them, you tell them Ed Opperman sent you, and they're going to take 10% off the price. Aquadam.net, 707-764-2119. PureSoapFlakes.com, 218-568-2525. Have you ever heard of Castile Soap? Pure Soap Flake Company handcrafts fine soap bars, laundry powder, and concentrated soap flakes using organic vegetable oils from their northern Minnesota facility. Bathe your body and wash your clothes with Pure Soap products that are free of fragrance, GMOs, palm oil, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic additives. Keep it clean, folks. Pure Soap Flake Company products are kind to living creatures and sensitive skin, safe for drains and waterways, and work great in high-efficiency washers and top and front-loading machines. They have a little promotion going on. Contact them to order some soap. Mention the Opperman Report. You're going to get a free gift. They're going to send a little extra soap, travel size, soap bars and laundry soap, cleaning soap flakes. I've been using that stuff all day long today. Great stuff. Order today at puresoapflakes.com or give them a call, 218-568-2525, 218-568-2525. Pure Soap Flake Company is a proud member of the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetic Guild.
It's the Opperman Report. And now, here is investigator Ed Opperman.
Okay, welcome back to the Opperman Report. I'm your host, private investigator Ed Opperman. We're coming to you from the Aquadam Studios, by the way. Hey, guys, there's a big hurricane coming. Get to aquadam.net. Okay, check out their website. They have a new product right now for homeowners. It's a new modified, smaller Aquadam that you can put around your house and save your house from flooding. Aquadam.net. So we're here with Beth Stolarczyk.
Stolarczyk, yeah.
Stolarczyk. Oh, it's a tough name. From season 2, Real World Los Angeles. Now, Beth, you do have an unusual name. Do people recognize you?
They do. They do recognize me. They recognize me a lot when I'm looking my worst, which I can't stand because I think I'm like sneaking out and running to the grocery store, which is just not a good idea. And then when I do look halfway decent, people say, does anybody ever tell you look like that girl from the Real World, but you're better looking? People tell me that. So like, thanks. Yeah. When I'm on the challenge, which you haven't seen, which I cannot believe you have not watched the old challenge shows. You got to check them out. Like tonight, you got to watch them. You're running around in 100-degree weather and my hair's in a ponytail and not looking really great. So sometimes I run around like that.
I might have seen some challenges. I just don't remember. It's long. When's the last time you did a challenge? Like what year?
The last time, I think the last one was when Tina punched me in the face.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this at all. I should have did more homework on this before I got you.
Yeah. I think that was when we went to Brazil. That was like right before I got married, so 2008.
Okay, 2008
was the last time I did a challenge. Yeah.
And now, what season was Tina on? I don't even know who Tina is.
She was on Road Rules.
Okay, which one?
I don't even know.
Yeah, because the early Road Rules too, I like those, but then I don't know, toward the end, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Now, on your season, what are you most embarrassed about that happened that year?
Oh my God, I'm embarrassed about everything. I mean, look, those are like growing pains, okay?
Yeah.
I was young, and like I said before, we were not the greatest communicators, and we were being filmed, and we knew we were being filmed. So it was a crazy situation to be going through that kind of stuff and living with that many people and being exposed to different things. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched those shows in decades. So, oh my God, how old am I now? That's like so crazy that I can say that I have not watched the shows in decades.
Now, why do you think you didn't communicate? Like, wasn't there any leadership in the house that would say, "Hey, listen, it's us against them. You know, let's cooperate here and make ourselves look good"?
No. I mean, I think, look, everybody had their own insecurities about different things. I was insecure about things. John, I mean, I think John was probably the most open out of everybody from our season. But, you know, I mean, I didn't like living with Glenn. He was a total whack job. I did not like him at all. And he loved picking fights with me. But, you know, from being on the Real World, it taught me how to stand up for myself for when I did the challenge shows. I was like, I am not going to let people treat me like that anymore.
Yeah, looking back, yeah, Glenn was definitely picking on you, yeah, for sure. He
you know,
was
the UPS guy's here. Hold on.
Okay, let me pause, okay.
Hold on, the UPS guy's coming. Let me just answer the door here.
Okay.
Hi. Oh, thank you so much. Woo, that's heavy. Thank you so much. Sorry. Yeah, so Glenn did not like me.
Now, what about
Glenn, definitely.
Yeah, well, remember another troublesome guy, okay, in the San Francisco season, Puck, right? Did you have any interactions with him? Yeah, that's a real basket case, right?
Puck, yeah. Well, you know, I think I did like 2 challenges with Puck. Yeah, you know, I feel bad for Puck.
Yeah.
I know that he's had some trouble with the law recently.
Oh, recently?
And he's just not doing well. I mean, I'm sure if you Google it, you can see. But I've run into Puck a few times in the bank.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he robbing it? Is he doing it at the bank?
No. I mean, let's hope he's not.
Yeah.
I hope he's not. I hope he stays out of trouble. I mean, he's got kids. I think he's separated or divorced from his wife. I don't think he spends time with his kids. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to say. I don't know, but I feel bad for that situation because he's got kids.
Yeah.
So it makes me sad. I only wish the best for Puck. Hope he's okay. Hope he's doing all right and finding his way in the world. I know he went to Washington D.C. a few years ago with Norman and Cyrus. They went to D.C. to meet up with Sean Duffy and Rachel.
Oh, really?
A few years ago, yeah. I was going to go, but it was too short notice for me.
And he had some kind of relationship off the air with the other David, the one that got kicked out.
Did he?
Yeah, they had some kind of business dispute, and they were fighting with each other.
What?
Yeah. You didn't know
they
that?
had a business dispute?
Yeah, I can't imagine what kind of business. That's what they said. That's what the thing was. Because they were on a bus together in one of these reunions or something like that, or one of these challenges, and they were fighting. Yeah, they were fighting with each other, and the story came out just because off the air they had some kind of a business dispute with each other. But who knows?
Huh. I mean, I know like I got kicked off of a challenge once because people were at me because of like some business things.
Okay.
Like Norman was upset with me because I sold my movie. And even though it didn't get made, I made a lot of money.
Okay.
For selling the rights. and I don't know, he got upset with me, which I thought was silly because he was making a movie that was a comedy, and I sold a movie that was a horror movie that had nothing to do with his movie at all. And he was, I don't know, he was upset about it. But we're good now. We're on good terms.
And that's kind of karma, right? You know, you got David kicked off, then you got kicked off, right? I guess, you know, the world,
yeah,
right. You know, you can't complain.
I got kicked off, exactly. I mean, look, what can you do?
Now, what happens?
Okay.
What happens when you get kicked off? How does that work? You know, wait a minute. Let's start with David first. Now, when David got kicked off, how was it that the house, the actors, the characters were allowed to say, hey, this guy has a deal with this production company, but we want him out? How did that work?
Well, I mean, I don't think we were thinking about it that way, but I think that the guys were like, oh, we're ruining his career.
Right.
Why are you girls doing this to him? That's just not how we were seeing it. We were like, look, you know what? We're living together, and this is obviously not working out because he keeps doing crazy things. And we didn't feel safe living with him in the house because he was constantly yelling and screaming and getting physical. And look, it was not solely up to me, even though David loves to say Beth inflated everything. If you listen to the video very closely, you can hear that Irene is the one who says, and she will admit it too, that she is the first one to say, you know, something about, oh, we should call the police. But we did not call the police. But look, we were all upset about it, right? I mean, when you're upset about things get said.
Now, when he was saying over and over that we were all eating the cheesecake, and we got hyped up from the cheesecake, was that a code word for something else?
No.
No. Okay.
No, we went to cheesecake. I think we went to the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to the Cheesecake Factory that night, I believe.
And also, too, when you started saying, well, no, maybe I'm reading too much of it, because I watched these videos 100 times. Now, the thing is, too, now when you kept saying, well, no means no, no means no, were you referring to another incident that happened in the house besides the incident that night?
You know, it's just, you know, he just didn't listen when people were saying, hey, look, dude, these are my boundaries.
Yeah.
Don't do that. He would just keep doing it because he's a comedian, so he thinks that things are funny. And yeah, comedians push things and think that certain things are funny, but when you're crossing people's personal boundaries that you're living with, you know, there's problems, right?
I agree with you. Okay.
There's problems. Yeah. So did you notice that Dave Chappelle was hanging out in the house?
You know what? Yeah, when it was walking through Venice, right? And one day, he had a bunch of famous comedians with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of those was Dave Chappelle.
Well, Dave Chappelle hung out at the house a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. And so he's on camera? You can see him?
Yeah.
Okay, really? Man, no one ever mentions that.
Go back and watch. I don't know. I think David was in the first 6 episodes. They showed Dave Chappelle hanging out a few times. They cut to him and stuff.
Really? And you know, what do you call it? On the first season, Norm went on a date, right, with that guy who later on became a talk show host and a producer, right?
Who?
Oh, you kidding me? Oh, you don't know about this story?
No, I don't.
Norm,
tell me.
Norm says, I'm going on a date, and they show him going on a date with this guy, right? And then later on, and the guy was some kind of a TV producer. Then he became like a producer for the Ricky Lake show. Then he had his own talk show, and then he denied being gay.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to find his name.
Well, how do you do that when you're on the real world?
Well, it was a tiny little clip. It was only on camera for like a couple of seconds. It was like a still shot of him in the. Yeah, they went to a rally or a protest together or something like that. Yeah, I'll send you the name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll send the name. I'll dig it up and send it to you. Yeah. But my question about kicking David out of the house is, was the production company behind you and says, okay, we're going to let you kick him out? Or were they saying, no, you're not allowed to kick this guy out. He's part of the show?
No, they were not. They were not saying that at all. They just said that it had to be done on camera, and let's do you guys should have a meeting so we can film it. And yeah, it had to be on camera.
Okay.
Yeah, and David was. I remember David was like, "If I gotta go, you gotta go too." He was trying to get me kicked off.
Now, what was his justification for that?
Because I was making fun of Dominic wearing his boxer shorts.
Oh, okay.
And I was, Dominic was drunk. He had some drinks that night or whatever, and
Dominic drank.
we were all having fun with him anyway. So David was like, "Well, you did the same thing," and I'm like, "No, I didn't do the same thing." Dominic walks around the house in his boxer shorts all the time.
But you're saying Dominic would drink?
Occasionally.
What's happened with him? Because he was like a real writer, right? He was a writer, right?
Yeah, he's a music executive.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
and he's doing well. He's married to a wonderful woman, very much in love, and he's got a great life. Yeah.
Now, what happens with David when he gets kicked out of the house? Does he have a place to go? Does someone pick him up? Does he pack up his stuff that night? What happens?
I think I left. I was like totally freaked out. I left the house and waited for him to be gone because I just didn't want to hear it.
But did he have a place to go?
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
Bus station? Did he live at the bus station? He got kicked out of the real world house?
No, I don't think he lived at the bus station. I think he did all right. I think he's married now and maybe has a kid. I don't even know. See, this is why we need to have a reunion.
Yeah, I would love a reunion of those first few seasons, because all those people were really cool,
Yeah. Well, Eric wants to do it. Norman wants to do it. And most of the people from my season want to do it, although I don't know if Dominic would do it. I would love to try and talk him into doing it. I think he just doesn't want any drama. But, I don't think there would be any drama. We're like all old adults and can talk about things rationally, I feel like. But
you'd think so.
I don't know. Maybe after a few glasses of wine, that might change.
Yeah, there you go. Or cheesecake.
Honestly, I think if Tammy were to show up, there would probably be craziness because she loves creating drama. So I don't know.
Now, you finally met your crush, Eric Niles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how did that go when you met him?
I love Eric. And he's another one. Like, I'm completely shocked he didn't have like a huge career in entertainment. I think he's got a show that right now he's trying to produce. And Eric is a cool dude, and I hope he gets his project produced that he wants to do, because he's got a big voice and he's doing a lot of cool things right now, a lot of metaphysical things. He's super healthy, and he has a lot to share with the world, and I really hope that he becomes successful in his project that he's trying to do right now.
Yeah, the last I saw about him, he was like doing some kind of like spiritual guru type of website. Yeah, and
he's super into that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
He's super into that.
I don't know, man. It didn't impress me too much. I got to be honest with you, but maybe I'll give it a second look. I'll give it a second look if you endorse Eric over there.
Give it a second look.
I'm going to. Yeah? As soon as I finish this interview, I'm going to tune in and check out Eric one more time. Let's see. What haven't I asked you that you'd like the audience to know about that season?
I don't know, but I think if you haven't watched the old challenge shows, I think the old challenge shows are even better than the real world.
Okay, now what happened to you when you got kicked off the challenge? First of all, how did that come? They voted you off? How did you get kicked off?
Yeah, I got voted off.
And
I never really did that well in the challenges because The challenges are kind of just a popularity contest, which I kept like pleading with production, like, man, don't always make it a popularity contest because then it's too predictable. You got to like change it up. Like, why can't it just be based also on like your physical ability? Because a few times I got really close where I could have actually won. But because it was a popularity contest and, you know, there was some bullying going on the set that I didn't feel comfortable with, and I would just quit because of it.
How much do they pay to go on the show? And there's a prize if you win the challenges? How does that work?
Yeah, you get paid. Yeah, you get paid all right. I mean, much better than the real world. And then you win prizes along the way, and you can win some nice cash as well. But you know, again, I understand it's like entertainment and everything else, but it's like, you know, if somebody punched you in the face or did something physical to you, you would get fired from your job. But somehow on these shows, that kind of stuff doesn't happen, and that would just piss me off, and I would just leave. Be like, you know what? If you're not going to take action against this person, like, I don't feel safe here, so I'm out. And they'd be like, oh, Beth's a quitter. But it's like, you know what? I'm not going to put myself in any more physical danger here with crazy people. And then I would leave.
Yeah, even if it's just unpleasant or uncomfortable, you know, there's no reason to stay. But let me ask you a question now. Does everybody get paid the same amount, or does everybody negotiate their own deals?
No, everybody gets paid the same.
Same amount, huh? Okay. And who
yeah, I mean, some people say some. Sorry, some people say some stuff that aren't true. Like, oh, I got paid more because I'm special. Like, no, you didn't. Everybody gets paid the same.
Okay. Beth, we're just about out of time. What do you want to leave us with?
Go to Pluto TV and watch the real world shows and the challenge shows.
Is Pluto TV free?
You know, I don't even know, but I know it's on Pluto TV.
Okay, definitely.
I have to check it out. It's like a new streaming service that I never heard of, but people on Instagram keep telling me about it. Pluto TV.
And Illusions Lashes at Beverly Hills. Where can we find that? Is there a store or an address?
There's some on Amazon.
Okay.
You can buy them on Amazon, and then you can also buy them on the website.
Beth, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. I'm a huge fan. And I'm going to go to Pluto TV and check out those and watch you get punched in the face. Okay, I'm not going to enjoy it.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm going to watch you get punched in the face.
Some other things happen too. You'll have to...
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you everything that happens on other seasons, but you can go watch and check it out.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to go and binge watch those seasons. I loved them.
Yeah.
Beth, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much.
Good night. I'd say hi to your mom, too. Say hi to your mom for me, okay?
I will.
Okay,
thank you.
bye.
Okay, bye.
And now a word from our sponsors. Emailrevealer.com. People ask me all the time, hey, Ed, are you still a private investigator? I sure am. Go to emailrevealer.com. We handle adoption investigations, infidelity investigations, where you give us your spouse's email address. We trace it back to online dating websites, catch them cheating online, email tracing, locate or identify somebody from as little as an anonymous email address. Someone owe you money? Back child support? We can find that deadbeat, locate his hidden assets, locate his hidden bank accounts, find his current place of employment, and even assist you in obtaining a judgment and recover that judgment for you. Emailrevealer.com, digital forensics, computer forensics, cell phone forensics, recover deleted text messages, create a report that you can use in court. Emailrevealer.com, 800-572-9762. The Opperman Report is brought to you by Aquadam.net. You can give them a call at 707-764-2119. A flooded home is never easy to deal with. You're left with the mess to clean up, the insurance companies to deal with, and not to mention all the memories, the precious memories that are lost in the flood. You can never replace those. And Aquadam can be a tool in your arsenal to protect your home and property from the floodwaters. The cofferdam is filled with water to control water and is reusable as long as it's taken care of. It can protect your home or business from rising floodwaters like a dam, but without the beavers. It can also be used in construction If you need an area to be dewatered, an Aquadam can do the job. An Aquadam was used at SeaWorld in Orlando for the Mako roller coaster ride during the coaster's construction by dewatering the work area. An Aquadam is now dewatering the work area at San Antonio SeaWorld for their newest roller coaster ride. An Aquadam has been used in many construction projects all around the U.S. and all around the world. Now give Aquadam a call, 707-764-2119. You can look them up online at aquadam.net. You can find them on Facebook at Aquadam Inc. You call them up, you email them, you tell them Ed Opperman sent you, and they're going to take 10% off the price. Aquadam.net, 707-764-2119.
Have you ever thought about opening your own mobile cart or kiosk business? Maybe the facility you manage could establish new revenue by adding coffee, food, or retail services. Cart King International can be the answer to your needs. Cart King is a North American designer and manufacturer of the finest mobile coffee, food, and retail carts and kiosks. Cart King has been working with clients and corporations across North America for 20 years, providing innovative designs, custom manufacturing, and timely delivery. Carts and kiosks are fun, and so are the dozens of designs on our website. Please visit us today at www.cart-king.com or just call us at 1-877-986-7771 and get your sales rolling.
If you find yourself in need of legal representation, it can be a very stressful time in your life. In my career, I have dealt with thousands of lawyers, I've dealt with thousands of law firms, and I can confidently recommend to you Keith M. Davidson at kmdlaw.com. Available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just log into kmdlaw.com. That's kmdlaw.com. Or you can call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. That's 833-4KMD-LAW. Personal injury, wrongful death, STDs, sexual assault, car accidents. They handle it all efficiently and professionally. It doesn't matter how imposing the opposition may be, because the team at kmdlaw.com are battle-tested and fierce. They will not stop until justice prevails. Go to kmdlaw.com or call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. If you're in for the fight of your life, stop screwing around and contact KMD Law. PureSoapFlakes.com, 218-568-2525. Have you ever heard of Castile Soap? Pure Soap Flake Company handcrafts fine soap bars, laundry powder, and concentrated soap flakes using organic vegetable oils from their northern Minnesota facility. Bathe your body and wash your clothes with Pure Soap products that are free of fragrance, GMOs, palm oil, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic additives. Keep it clean, folks. Pure Soap Flake Company products are kind to living creatures and sensitive skin, safe for drains and waterways, and work great in high-efficiency washers and top and front-loading machines. They have a little promotion going on. Contact them to order some soap. Mention the Opperman Report. You're going to get a free gift. They're going to send a little extra soap, travel size, soap bars and laundry soap, cleaning soap flakes. I've been using that stuff all day long today. Great stuff. Order today at puresoapflakes.com or give them a call, 218-568-2525, 218-568-2525. Pure Soap Flake Company is a proud member of the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetic Guild.
Are you ready to change your life, but don't know how to start? Is your stress and worries keeping you awake at night? Have you been battling grief, anxiety, or depression all alone? Have you lost touch with your own sense of being or spirituality? Soul Free Therapies offers professional and affordable live video streaming counseling and coaching services from the comfort of your own home. Sessions offered in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. Go to our website at www.soul-free.com and book your first session today.
OppermanReport.com. Hey, do you like what you're hearing? Do you like the work that you see us doing here at Opperman Report? You can support that work by becoming a member at OppermanReport.com. And as you have access to over 200 exclusive shows and interviews that you can't find on YouTube or Spreaker or iHeart or iTunes or KYAH. You can't find them anywhere else online, exclusive to our member sections, to our members. Also, too, there's images, videos, documents, court docs. And don't forget, you can hear your ad played here on the Opperman Report, reach hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people on a daily basis because the show is repeated every day all over the world. Contact me at oppermanreport@gmail.com and I'll give you a good deal on advertising rates.